Are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Luck now on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Locke. Screenplay, Johnson. He finds some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Luck on first down. Flush to his right. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
On second down, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Luck. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And the Colts coming out now. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Love. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw on second down is Love. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. 3rd down here.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Hyde. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Kerwin Williams, his first carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing his lock. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw is Kelly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Kelly. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kelly to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Kelly to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, it's Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Luck now to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, it's Kelly. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he checks this one down to Williams. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a first down throw, Kelly. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun, Kelly. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Kelly now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile high air, and it's a good one. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. They run with Hines. And some space here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now. Play action, it's Kelly. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Kelly on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Hyde. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kelly. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Kelly, operating from the gun. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Kelly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And now running right through it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gun.
Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Shane Ray not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Kelly. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Kelly from the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Kelly now on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Kelly. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Luck on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Now Kelly throwing on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Kelly on 1st down. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Kelly. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. 2 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
To throw is Kelly. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And the catch made by Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Kelly to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kelly, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Check back 33! Check back 33!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And some room to maneuver. Good move by Duke. Oh, and now he bowls a touchdown, Indianapolis. Duke Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Pitch it out to Hyde. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Kelly. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They run again with Hyde on first. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, Kelly. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Kelly. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
4 down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.